hey, this week just keeps getting better and better. Well, maybe not like better and better, but, you know, yeah, I have a good life. I have good stuff happening for me. Anyways, do you ever have like a time in your life when things just are going really well and like these coincidences keep happening and things keep happening that you were kind of hoping to connect with, where you're like looking around and you're thinking like, is someone filming me? Like, is this kind of fake stuff? Little moments, not huge moments. That kind of stuff happens to me all the time. And I've noticed something really cool about that kind of stuff, which is why I think it's really important to pay attention to the good things that are happening and to train your brain to notice those positive things. Because then they start happening more. And you know, it's like when you buy a new car and then you notice how many people on the road have the same car. If you start to notice these little, I just call them like mini miracles. If you start to notice these little miracles throughout the day, then you notice them all over the place. So I had a mini miracle yesterday on a scale that revolves around me, which was that I went to the Goodwill to do a little shopping because I don't have a ton of money, and I also don't feel really comfortable in the stores. The styles aren't really for me right now. I complained to my mom and she's like, you're just getting old. Maybe so, but because I'm older doesn't mean that I want to look like a doof, okay? And I can't connect with any of the styles at the store. When I go into the mall, I am immediately drawn to the pricier items, and I just can't afford those right now, you know what I mean? So if I go into the Goodwill and I sift through things, and sometimes I come home with things that are pretty good. Well, yesterday I went in, I only had about 25 minutes before I had to pick up Stella. I head right over to this one section and I tell myself I'm only going to be here. Well, like every other shirt that I look at is one that I think might kind of work. So I quickly go into the dressing room, I try them on. 13 shirts that I found at the Goodwill. Now, like I said a couple of videos ago, I don't have an extensive wardrobe, and that's because that's just one of the things that I let go of caring about. We can get into that another time about my personal image and whatnot. It isn't a priority for me for right now. I do care about that kind of stuff. Obviously, because I went to the Goodwill looking for colors and like a new wardrobe that I could showcase for you guys. Well, I found 13 shirts. I was going to try them on for you and let you see them. What I did this time too is that I specifically bought some things that I thought maybe weren't necessarily me, but had some kind of color or some pattern to them. And I always buy things that are comfortable, because if I'm uncomfortable, I don't care if I look like $1 million. I feel like garbage, and that doesn't work for me. The other thing that's really exciting is that I've been trying to get the feng shui and just the vibe in my apartment feeling really good. That's important to me. I live in a small place, but I'm just into feeling good, and I like fabrics and I like colors and I like to feel really cozy and kind of, you know, together. I guess there's a word for this in the Danish culture, and it's called Hygge, right? H-Y-G-G-E. And that means that you just sort of subscribe to this vibe in your house that's cozy. It's not really like a look necessarily as it is a feeling. Well, I've got that totally going on in my apartment. So I bought some things because I've got to get the clothing situation all settled. It's been really bugging me. I'm going to put those things together, and then this other beautiful thing came into my life. So my battery's low. And it's a beautiful Kilim rug. I didn't know the history of the Kilim rug. I just knew that I saw this at my friend's shop, Mood in Gig Harbor, and she's helped me get a lot of the beautiful things that I have in my apartment, and I appreciate that. Nikki Brooke, thank you very much. Your eye is amazing, and I'm so grateful that I know you because you're awesome and you're fun. So this rug that she had in the store, and she mentioned it would look really good in my place. So I have it with me. It's in the trunk, and I'm putting it in there today, and I think it's going to look amazing. And I guess the history of these rugs is that they're really hard to come by if they're authentic, and this one is authentic. It's because they are hand woven out of wool. They are Turkish rugs, and usually they are only made for the home that they're going to live in. So the story of this rug is that the person that connected her with it actually went around door to door, or the person he connected with went around door to door asking families to sell their rugs. So I don't know who owned this one before, but it has a, pun intended, a rich history, and it's heavy and it's beautiful, and I can't wait to toss it on the carpet and I don't know, soak up its vibe, you know? Like, I love things that have been owned before because I think they have a really nice energy to them. And there's so many things in the world. We don't have to have brand new things. We've turned into this disposable society where it's easy to pick up something and not connect with it emotionally because you're just going to throw it away, and that doesn't work for me. So I'm talking a lot on this, so I think we might have to do the wardrobe tomorrow.